What's going on YouTube? My name is Sweat. Welcome back to another Apex Legends tips and tricks video. Today we're going to be covering the R99, so I'm not going to waste too much time. Let's just hop right into it. If you are new, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's get into the video. The first thing I want to talk about in this video is understanding the R99's recoil pattern. Behind me in this clip, I'm shooting the R99 while not holding down on the right stick or any buttons, and the gun seems to be shooting straight up in the air. So to combat this, we're going to be pulling down on the right stick on console. On PC, you would just slightly tug down on your mouse and it should control the R99's recoil. Now this is very important in understanding any gun in this game, as it will keep your bullets more concentrated and accurate. Now as you can see in the background, while ADSing and while hip firing with the R99, the recoil pattern is always the same. So you're just going to pull down while doing both, and it should keep the gun from bobbing straight up in the air, and that's not what we want. We want it very concentrated and to stay in the middle of our aimer. Tip number 2 is going to be learn how to track your enemies in Apex Legends, okay? Now, there's a difference between leading and tracking, and right now in the background I'm leading my enemy, which means I'm aiming in front of him and basically predicting where he's going. But when you're tracking an enemy, you're following them as they move with your aimer, and this is what you're going to want to do with the R99. It's the most accurate way to do it, and while leading your enemy, you're not going to hit as many shots as when you're tracking. Tip number 3 is going to be to stay close quarters with the R99. Now this might seem obvious to some of you, but others might want to try to shoot this gun across the map for whatever reason. As you can see in the clip behind me, once I start increasing the range of this weapon, it starts drastically dropping off in the bullet registration and the bullets that actually hit, okay? Once I go back to this back row of targets here, I'm barely hitting any bullets. So it is definitely more beneficial to shoot close range, and you can control the recoil better at close range as well. The next tip is going to be to have a medium to long range secondary weapon with the R99. Okay, in this clip I have the flatline, but this is probably not the best option. I'm really talking about a scout, a longbow, like a sniper to a long ranged AR would be a perfect fit for this weapon. I guess the flatline kind of works here, but like I said, probably a sniper will be beneficial because you can snipe at someone, then rush them with the R99 automatic weapon, spray them down, and get the easy kill. Probably wouldn't go with shotguns along with this gun because I wouldn't match two short range weapons. Just pick your secondary wisely. The next tip is going to be to stick to certain sights, and you hear me say this in almost all of my tip videos, and that is because each gun requires you to use a different sight, okay? Now, I highly recommend getting either the digital threat, the 1x, or the 2x HCOG on this weapon, okay? Those are the 3 best sights to use. I would definitely stay away from the 3x Ranger and the 2 to 4x ACOG. That is just an ugly sight to put on this gun, and the recoil is going to be very hard to control with those 2 sights. Next tip is to hip fire at close range instead of ADSing, okay? ADSing while at close range with this gun can mess you up in that it slows you down rather than if you hip fire with this gun. As we went over earlier, the recoil patterns are the same, so you just need to do the same exact thing. Pull slightly down on the right stick to control the recoil when hip firing. It is very accurate with the R99, so I definitely recommend taking advantage of that. The last thing I have to tell you guys in this video is to get out there and fry some nerds, okay? Come on now. This gun can be used very effectively at times, and I highly recommend picking it up. It is a great weapon. It's super fun to use, so if you haven't tried the R99 out, I don't think you've had the game for more than a day, but if you haven't somehow, pick this gun up, try it out. It is an absolute beast of a weapon. It might be the best weapon in the game, so once again, I highly recommend using it. Earlier in the video, I had some muted clips, and that is only because in the background my fan was on, and I didn't realize when I was recording, so all you heard was the whole time, so I know you guys didn't want to hear that. Anyways, enough of me talking. Enjoy the rest of this clip. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Until the ring closes.